Welcome back. I hope that you're all doing well and your families are well. This week's Torah portion, the second one that we read, Vayelech, is extremely interesting. First of all, it's the last portion we read this year before Rosh Hashanah. And also, it was the first one that we read last year after Rosh Hashanah. So there's obviously a very important and striking message. And there's also the fact that this section in the Torah is being recited, is being told to us by Moses on the very last day of his life. And he also gives us the 613th mitzvah, the very final mitzvah, the very final instruction, which is that each of us should write a Torah or have a Torah written for us. And it's quite puzzling when you think about it. We don't see people making a special effort to have a Torah written for them personally. It's not just a question on our times, it's a question on previous generations and also great people, great sages. We don't find anywhere that there was some great emphasis on making sure that each and every person have their own Torah. More than that, even in the time of Moses, where they witnessed and they experienced Moses passing on this instruction that ve'ata kitvu lachem et hashira hazot, that now you're expected to write the Torah. We don't find a description anywhere that talks about all the people at the time of the desert suddenly creating a mad rush to get skins of animals, hides, to be able to make parchment and to sit down and start writing these Torahs that everyone would now need. So then what could be the explanation? So the Rosh, who is a halachic authority, and he's quoted by the Tur, his son, who says that the objective, the purpose for this mitzvah is so that everyone has a Torah to be able to study. As the Torah itself says, V'lamda et bnei Yisrael, it's to teach and to learn. Well, if that's the objective, then today, that we have many books, we have many Torah books, the mitzvah really is to make sure that you have Torah books to be able to study Torah. Today, there are tens of thousands of Jewish books, of Jewish thought, whether it's commentary to the Mishnah and the Talmud, or it's books on law, practical law, practical Jewish law, of course. All of these, says the Rosh, are included in that mitzvah. Because the mitzvah is to make sure that you study Torah, then you should acquire for yourself many books of Torah to be able to study. In addition, the Rebbe says that still there is the preference that somehow we participate in an actual Sefer Torah, that for children he strongly encouraged that they make sure to purchase a letter in a Torah being written. There are constantly Torahs being written, and for adults too, to make sure we have our share, our letter in the Torah. In this way we fulfill the mitzvah in a very simple, practical sense. I want to wish all of you a Shana Tova U'Metuka, a good year and a sweet year for yourselves and your families. Thank you.